This is our platinum playthrough for GreedFall. That you can see this is where we left off. We have Kurt with us. That's the companion who we're working on along with Petrus. So we're working on Kurt's companion quest. So the one we have is Amongst the Ghosts. You can see there it is. And now that we're outside, we can talk to him.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. I need the help of my best student.
How can I refuse such a request? Well then, let's go.
Okay, so we need to go to the Ghost Camp Regiment. We have our peeps we're going to roll with. Petrus, who's our newest companion, is with us, along with Kurt, who we need for this particular quest, because it is his companion quest. So we'll just head on. We'll just take the closest way out instead of going out the way it's pointing to us, because we have already been to the camp. I already pointed out to you where this would be. So we can just travel straight there from any of these places. There we go. So short little 2-hour jaunt of game time passes by. And in this game, the game time doesn't really matter. Of course, we're going to stop here. Again, because this is easy, I'm not going to worry about equipping Petrus with more stuff, but we can certainly talk to him and get his quest now.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very good idea. But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the Taleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
All right. We saw while he was talking up there on the right, the level's loaded, so off we go. All right, so it's been a minute since we've been here, so let's take a look at the map. You can see this is where we need to go. We've pretty much discovered everything there is to discover here. You remember this is where we went with Vasco? So let's get a move on. So real quick, there's the path to go over here. So, whoops. So we just need to go to the camp, so we'll go this way instead of the secret way. We'll approach the secret way later on. And look, the guy we need to talk to is right in front. There's really nobody else around.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
You two know each other.
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Bishop Petrus. May the enlightened guide you.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret, even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How's it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Raina.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, I couldn't contain
All
my
right, so there
anger.
we go.
I
Ask them all the
noticed.
questions
Good thing you know
and
this
now
captain so well.
speak to all the
Lieutenant.
lieutenants.
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. She would like to ask...
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Raina, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
So go up the ramp and drop down in a circle and talk to some of the recruits.
Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information.
Of course, madam.
How would you describe your training? Do you train...
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told...
Yes, I think so.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, madam.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No. Of course not. Only to those who aren't...
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid.
No, it's not that.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This
Hey,
boy's
one more to
answers
talk
about his
to.
training seem pretty...
Soldier,
Captain,
at ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about...
Really? Go on.
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Well, training is
That's an... You're very united in this squadron.
united. You could...
That's rather sinister.
Yeah. Well,
You seem rather hesitant.
no. Well, and we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear. But he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
So let's go talk to this other lieutenant over here.
Lieutenant,
Captain.
my friend here would like to...
At your orders, Captain. Madam?
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. I don't know what else to tell you. They did exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now, these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very...
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it... Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted.
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Take me...
Haven't you ever wanted to stop?
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all...
Since this is such a close-knit squadron,
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, madam. Captain.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
So there he goes. Kurt distracts the lieutenants for us so that we can talk to the recruits again. Recruit Wilhelm over here.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Captain Kurt will make...
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything.
If you noticed, others will have too.
Even more reason to talk. If we have...
Very.
What's really going on?
This is supposed to be a training camp for the guard. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. That's what we're told every day.
Tell me about the training you undergo.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint, they even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we...
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis' interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all, accepting the unacceptable.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives, but what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rainer,
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it and they summoned him for night training.
what does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are... If we refuse, we too become the targets. If you're looking to punish Rayna's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his...
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this...
We understand the risk you've taken.
Okay,
Thank you.
here we go.
Really, that was truly fascinating.
Captain,
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Wilhelm has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They are humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rayna wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You know about this kind of training.
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just charge into the fray. Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Okay, there we go. It's nighttime when we're back in the camp.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
You start out on the ground floor like we did. You get that piece of paper and then we'll head upstairs.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Okay. Then over here. That's the key to the torture chamber. So let's head downstairs. So if you don't have your lockpicking trophy, go ahead and lockpick here instead of using the key and open.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely envy such a place if they knew it existed.
So come in the cell. There's a report.
This document explains a lot. Raina shows up on this list more than once.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training.
Kurt. Wilhelm's name was at...
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us.
We can't let them kill him.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush...
If this boy dies because of us...
Okay. So there we go.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
And there will be a way to reason with them if you've followed the build. Okay, there's a combat pit in the back. You heard Kurt mention. That's the one of the secret gates in, not the other one that we could come in. So before we engage, we'll go ahead and make a save here. We'll overwrite one of the oldest ones. Whoops. When it is meant to say yes there, not no on the overwrite. There we go. Good job if you get it right. Like me, you got it wrong. And you can go back in the building and search if you want. There's some more searching down here you can do. Over there, that's... I guess we need to save Wilhelm first. Should have just gone out the front door. Apologies. Go down. Oops. All right. It's on this side right here.
Maybe unless you protect me in this battle.
To my health! And death to the others!
Unfortunately, we have to fight the recruits. Because I didn't do a good job of sneaking.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
So consider that a faux pas. It's not really the way you want to do it. If you sneak, you can get by these guys without triggering anything. We just need to go all the way around to the other side. It doesn't hurt anything to kill them, it's just an opportunity to get more experience if you don't kill them. Since he's dead, we'll loot him. Let's show you the map. Gotta go to the other side. So if he had snuck by them, you could come up this way and face off against the captain and the lieutenants without having to fight all the recruits too, which is the way you like to do it. It's the way we will do it on extreme difficulty. You can see there's the guy. Let's descend.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
All this bullying and humiliation is only intended to turn you into weapons, not soldiers. And when a weapon is no longer needed, its owner throws it away rather than risk injury. That's why Raina was disposed of.
Being a soldier doesn't mean being a puppet. Put your weapons down.
They're right, mates. I don't want to end up in the harbor.
What do you think, soldier? You think we can trust them?
It's over, Lieutenant. These recruits won't do your dirty work for you anymore.
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
You were spared the shame of seeing how far your comrades have fallen.
What happened?
They surrendered, like the weaklings they are.
That should make the next night training sessions interesting.
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Raina before him.
Kurt, I'm terribly sorry. We should have...
saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
By the enlightened, Kurt. Don't let your guilt blind you when the boy's murderers stand before you.
You're right. For Wilhelm!
Recruit!
Okay, so we can go back and load. Remember, we made a save right here. Let's go find Senor Wilhelm so that we don't have to fight all the recruits. Wilhelm directly behind us.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this.
Come on, if you dare.
He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, if you dare.
Come on, I'll teach you how to dance.
Oh my God, it's not letting us down.
If you dare.
Come on, let's see what you're capable of.
Stop! We won't let you kill...
Soldiers!
Captain?
You shouldn't be here.
Do you know what happens to those who die in this regiment? Their bodies are thrown out like those of... If you die here... I doubt that's what they...
No.
A good soldier doesn't fight.
Really? Then did you recruits leave your families to end up lynched?
No.
Traitors. Coward.
Maybe unless you protect me in this battle.
To my...
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded.
Come, Wilhelm.
I'm counting on you.
Yes, Captain.
Well then.
Okay, so there we go. Reputation with Kurt increased.
Let's hope that Rolf didn't hear the sounds of combat. Surprise is our best ally.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly.
Okay, so we'll not go in the main way. We're going to go over here to the right or left as we're walking. Again, we want to sneak if we can. Let's go ahead and make a save. So you can go through the main gates there or the side gate over here.
It's blocked.
Maybe we need to open it ourselves. That's the one we unblocked from before, so we're kind of SOL right now with it. So we're gonna have to make our way through. I think we. Is there a gate door on the back side? No. So kind of stuck. We're probably gonna have to fight these three. I was hoping to avoid them. But that gate is locked and we weren't able to do anything about it.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help!
Come on, if you dare.
Unfortunate. We'll just deal with it. We'll make more of an attempt to sneak by them in extreme mode.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance.
Well, what do you want us to do? And we know what will happen. Enough! To arms!
All this bullying and humiliation is... And when a weapon...
Being a soldier...
What do you think?
It's over, Lieutenant.
Congratulations, Left.
Their training wasn't for...
Silence!
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered.
Now that you no longer have lackeys...
I've dreamt of shut...
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my health! And death to the others!
And there you go. And the orange one is the one you need to do. Alright. Speak to Kurt.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Oi.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Why are we not able to advance the quest? It should take care of itself automatically.
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Just gotta
Be
climb
fine.
out of the pit.
I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
I've been in your shoes on other nights. You didn't have the choice.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm. You'll soon receive your transfer orders.
At your orders, Captain.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Syria.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have...
There's no use brooding over the past.
So it'll automatically take you to New Serene after that section of the quest is done. And then we can discuss the situation with the Major. Then we'll talk to Kurt so that we can keep his romance options open. And then we will move along with Petrus's companion quest.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are
Don't tell me that.
Yes.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew
We put an end to it all. We had to.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time...
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long...
I know. I feel...
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. and too many loyalties, but Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
All right, there we go. Kurt is friendly now. We're +3. We made level 14. +3 reputation with him.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
Rolf appeared to know you well. What was he to you? A friend? A rival?
A little bit of both. I wouldn't have willingly chosen him to be my comrade. And yet he was. And he was always picking at me to make sure that he was the best, the strongest, and the most appreciated. I suppose we all have someone like this in our past. Did you not experience that with Constantine?
So you want to pick the third choice here. Tell him about a childhood memory with Constantine. So that you keep the romance options open and you can get the trophy.
Constantine was never easygoing, but we were friends more often than we were rivals. I know he could be awful towards other children, but he always had a liking for me.
You were, and I think you still are, his only friend. The court has not been kind to him.
It's true. Did you know that his father told him one day that he would never climb up the ladder if he did not start behaving in a noble way? Constantine took it a bit too literally and decided to climb up the city walls.
Yes, I wasn't with you then, but I was told about it. That was the first time you saved his life. You were very brave that day. And if memory serves, thanks to you, he wasn't even punished. You really are the friend everyone dreams of having. Anything else?
2 more.
Sieglinder appears to know you well. And
We fought together. That brings people closer. You know that. Actually, up until now, I fought by your...
yet you still managed to surprise me.
I certainly hope so. Finding pleasure in discovering new aspects of one... Anything else?
I must leave you.
All right. So with our level boost, we can work on getting some more abilities here. So you can go faster with them, or you can have them cost less. We'll have them cost less at this point. And side quests. There you go. We're gonna do Petrus's quest next. We can go right out the front door. So we need to talk to him first before we go any further.
Have you considered my proposition?
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep hidden from the world.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about this?
We must search her apartments in St. Matthias. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is taking quite a risk. The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught, and my cousin's position would be weakened.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace extremely well. And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need only dress ourselves up as servants.
That would improve our chances. Well, let's do it.
Okay, we will ride with the same two we have been. And if you visit a vendor first, you can take the caravan for the 10 gold. We're going to take the long way by running there. Again, we've already been to San Mateo, so you can take any exit from this area. You don't have to go to the one that's marked like we are, or any other spot. So you can see all these other ones, side quests that are available to us. We'll get to them later. Oh, my goodness, excuse me. That was crazy. All right, because the other thing was I wanted to stop in the woods here because we get a vendor. Grab a bunch of stuff. Okay, we're going to be heavy and tough to move, but what we want to do is go into the inventory and check on Petrus now. See, he's rocking a bunch of blue gear, so he's in pretty good shape. He's also a mage, so you can see he has a ring here. We probably don't have anything better, but I wanted to check. So like the priest boots. That's what he has on. Slightly better armor. Looks like nothing outstanding, really. Okay, no problem. We'll go to the vendor. Still need mental power 4 for that one. This is our science coat, so we don't want to sell that one. This one's our vigor coat. We don't want to sell that one. Leaving one just in case, one other one just in case we need it for something. Goldsmith gloves because I have the crafting. All right. All right, there we go. And before we leave the level, let's take a quick look at the skills. attributes. So what we need is the mental power level 4 to use that ring. So we got a ways to go here. You get a trophy if you snag the last one over here. But just so you know where you're at, mental power allows you to use the rings and stuff. Does more damage, but it keeps your mana pool small. So we'll wind up at our residence, and out we can go. And before you go in, head over to the vendor here.
All of our products are Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
So we want to buy, and we're looking for comfortable vest. There it is. It'll just make everything easier for us. You can see that's why I sold a bunch of stuff, because
Goodbye. May the
it gets
Enlightened
expensive.
always keep you in his divine blessing.
So to the inventory. You can see we already have comfortable vest on. Let's make sure everybody does. Comfortable vest. Kurt. Comfortable vest. Alright, and that'll help us when we get inside. Look like servants. Make things a little easier for us. And once we get inside, we want to head to the 3rd floor. All right, quickly let's take a look at the map. You can see this is upstairs. We can go through this direction where it is the governor, or we can go this way. Oh, we don't have the ladder in this one. There it is on the side. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected...
Is that so?
We did, but this island was where Saint Matthias, some time ago, we chose this place. It is a home to a community. As you can imagine, it is of the all the more so because we discovered some...
An extraordinary
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets... I know that you are That is why I was hoping.
I suppose I could go to...
Marvelous. May the Enlightened assist you.
Okay, there we go. We get a new further quest. Okay, here we are on the 3rd floor. So there we go. We need to go downstairs now. So that conversation with the Cardinal is a scripted one. You get that one automatically. But because you're in the comfortable vest, nobody else will stop you or give you trouble in the palace, which is what you're after. Now we can go downstairs, which we already looked at once before. Here we go. Oh, hold on, we forgot to get the key. Here we go. Almost led you astray there. So grab the key. And now we can head downstairs. And just note if you don't have all your gear on, by the way, here, or you don't have the comfortable vest on, you'll have to fight all these people down here. And you'll lose a lot of faction rep.
Ah, well. This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. Oh, for goodness sake. This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
Okay, here's the next piece. You just have to go to these
It
brightly
seems
colored
that
ones.
someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol. This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. I think we have everything we need. There is probably a connection between these pleasure parties and the account books. Let's ask a few questions.
The moneylender is well established. He can be found near the main square. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me, but the moneylender must know more about him.
We can also go and gather information at the Coin Tavern. Perhaps the manager knows him.
All right, so now we know what we need to do. Go question some people. If you have lockpicking 3, you don't need the key, as you saw, but we don't have lockpicking 3. So you can head out of the basement now. into the main floor. My bad. Meaning to go back to inventory, and now you can put your gear back on. All right, everybody's equipment is back on. We're in good shape here. You can see upstairs there's somebody we can talk to. That's just the Cardinal. So out we go. We got a few places we need to go. So the money lender. This is the prostitutes, and you'll be able to talk to the bookkeeper as well. So let's start over here. Right, we need to go all the way around, as you can see. There's a crate we can loot. And then you want to make a U-turn. And talk to the money lender. Magpie, money lender.
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane.
And mention Candy Cane. Don't go the other
All
routes.
of San Mateus knows that name.
Can you tell me about him?
I don't know him personally. We've never been introduced. But rumour has it that he often hangs out in the basement at the Coin Tavern.
I know that you know the Mother Cardinal. She borrowed money from you on several occasions. I want to know why.
Where did you find that out? Who told you?
I want to know why she borrows money from you.
Lending money is my job. It's not illegal. And I don't have to give you an answer. You ask far too many questions. My guys will make you regret sticking your nose in other people's business.
Okay, that's over with.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Stop! You're gonna kill them! I'll tell you everything.
Why is the Cardinal?
I have no idea. All I can do is...
How could you possibly know that?
Because San Mateus is rich, but not that rich. With a Cardinal, we're talking about astronomical amounts.
And what's Candy Cane's role in all of this?
I don't know. I really have no dealings with him. We have never... He and the Cardinal have a connection, but my advice to you is don't get involved.
I would advise you to keep all of...
I don't...
Okay. As well loot the dead guys. Check our journal again. So there's question of innkeeper, bookmaker, prostitutes. They're all in the building over there, so let's head over there. Help if I didn't make a wrong turn right there. grabbing some loots.
Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing from the Untitled.
You can stop there at the merchant if you want. We'll do that later. Alright, we can start with this guy. Since we're here.
Can I get you anything?
I'm here for something else.
If you wish.
What can you tell me about a certain...
Candy cane.
And what do they say about...
Here, nothing.
To the games room and the...
Yes, that's more the...
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Okay.
Can I get you anything? Look who it is.
You sometimes deliver goods.
Of course.
And have you ever supplied any...
Yes, that has happened.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward.
A woman? Dressed in a...
No, the steward is more discreet. The steward speaks to her sometime.
Do you think that the mother I have to go.
Oh, not this guy.
A feast for the eyes, ladies, and... So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that
My treasures are worth their price. For you?
Father, do you want to explain to this man why we are...
Of course. We are not here for your services, but to lead an investigation. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your employees' visits.
People in very high places are concerned. Which explains why we've been asked to take care of it.
This cannot be.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So let's talk to the professionals here.
Look, a new Oh, but would... Absolutely not. And I have no desire to...
Very well.
Okay, one down. Talk to this one.
There are too many of you for me.
Sorry, madam. This question might seem a little...
Why? It's mine.
Are you sure you want to broach that subject?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties.
No. Do not say anything to him.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What?
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and...
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I...
You can't even give me a single name?
No. The only person... She never takes part in the festivity.
Do you think that an important...
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you?
You're hardly a shining example of virtue.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths?
Okay, so charisma is 100%.
Admit it. You must know more than your... It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close.
Well, I was able to recognize someone.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh? This stays between us.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
This woman in the green coat. Could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important, then. Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone.
All right, let's take a quick look at the quest now. And we need to question the innkeeper some more. And then the bookkeeper.
Can I get you anything? Look who it is.
I am looking for a woman who comes...
Yes, I have seen this coat before. All I know is that I've seen a steward of the palace who comes to place big...
I have to go. I will leave...
Okay, downstairs to the bookkeeper. Yes, this is a lot of back and forth, and you can see there he is in the corner.
Good day.
Welcome.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane...
Obviously. Even though I would prefer it wasn't the case. He's a sort of...
How is...
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors.
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have disappeared.
Do you know where I could find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but
I know how to look after my... I am looking for someone.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has pride.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back...
No, and I can't...
What is this arena?
It's a place of great pop. People are coming from...
I must be going.
Next time, then...
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he is just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Okay, so now we gotta go find Candy Cane in the docks. So let's look, we're heading the direction we need to go.
Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true, you were right. Let's come back later.
Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true, you were right. Let's come back later.
So, whoops, so you can do some more exploring if you'd like, or you can just burn some time. Head back to your residence and rest, or wait, whatever it's called. So we want to sleep until nighttime. There we go. And now we can head back the way we came.
Things are about to get dicey.
And once again, you can see the power storm. Everybody's stunned, and then we smoked them all. That's why if you're playing the magic build, and I advise it especially on the extreme level, it's super powerful. The technical build is pretty good too. Otherwise, I mean, you can take your hand at melee. Maybe it works for you. But just trying to give you some advice on the builds that work. Here's some more turds.
To my health and death to the others.
And this is just a byproduct of running around at night, by the way. Could go a different direction, and might be a little easier for you. Speak to Candy Cane.
Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine it.
You seem to be very well informed. What do you know about a...
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this...
How did you...
That's not exactly the response
I told you to forget about it.
Come on. It was just a...
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
All right. So we're nice with Petrus. We got +3 reputation with him. And we are moving and grooving. So let's head out. Go back the other way. All right. Doom update is installed. Again, that'll be one of the platinums I show you later on. It's coming up. All right. So now what we want to do is work on our relationships with the factions, because we need to get them to friendly as well. So the quest we want to switch to is Trouble in Teleme. This one right here. And you can see where it is right here. But we have to push this button to travel there. Okay, again, we will sell a bunch of stuff. Bishop ring, that's even better than the thing we're carrying now. We'll hold on to this. Bought them for 38, sell them for 5. Typical. So both these are +1s. So that's everything that's sold there. So we want to compose our team. We can take him off. We can add Ciora, because we're going to be dealing with natives. And her and Petrus will get along. And we will go to the next level here, and then we will call it a day. Thank you for following along. Don't forget to friend and follow us on Twitch. Much appreciated to have you along. We will chat like crazy with you. There's a fox. We already got the previous Hunting with Hounds trophy. Again, if you are with us on Twitch or on YouTube, subscribe and like. We'll appreciate having you along. And we will see you next time. Be safe out there in 2021. And this one is for the biggie.